All right, so boys and girls, we are on a new unit, lesson 1.5, and this one is called Add Zero. So I want you guys to look at the essential question right here. It says, what happens when you add 0 to a number? And I want to do a check-in before we get started. Who thinks they know? What would happen to a number if we add 0? Can you use the raise your hand button?
Teacher, I don't got a 37 page in the book.
In your Go Math book.
Yeah, I don't got a 37 page.
Did you rip it out?
Well,
Okay, I want you to check again, because everyone has this page in their book. Every single Go Math book has this. At the top, you should see a 1.5. Kieran, I need you to stay on mute, please, unless I call on you. Thank you. So, Liam, if you accidentally lost this page, I just want you to follow along with me as we do it, and then as soon as you have the page in the book that matches, you can start and pick up right from there, okay?
I found it now.
Perfect. Awesome. All right, boys and girls, lesson 1.5. I asked a question of what happens to a number if you add 0. So if you would like to answer, use the raise your hand button. Xander, thank you for using that button. What would happen to a number if we added 0 to it? It would just be 0. So let's think of it this way, boys and girls. Thank you, Xander. I'm just going to expand on that, but that was great. So think of it this way. Miss Prince has 5 cookies. And then somebody gives her 0 cookies. How many cookies does Miss Prince have now? I started out with 5, and then Miss Cheatham gave me 0 cookies. How many do I have now? It's still 5. So, what happens when you add 0 to a number? The number doesn't change, does it? Because we're adding nothing to it. So if I have 5 and Miss Cheatham says, here, I'm going to give you 0. Then I'm going to say, well, Miss Cheatham, you didn't give me any. And I would still have my 5. So this is the part where you need your counters. So make sure you have your counters, and your book should be laying flat on a table or a desk, and you should be modeling these with your counters. I will be modeling with the colors on the screen because I can't put my counters on here. So here's the problem. Scott has 4 marbles. Jennifer has no marbles. How many marbles do they have? So I saw on here it says Jennifer has no marbles. No marbles. So if they don't have anything, that's the same as the number 0. 0 would be nothing. So, let's see. Scott has 4 marbles. So I'm going to draw Scott's marbles red. So Scott has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you should be putting your counters on your book just like Miss Prince did. And Jennifer has no marbles. So I'm going to put a J over here for Jennifer. J. And she has no marbles. So do I draw any marbles? I don't. So how many do we have all together? I see 4 here plus, she has 0, so plus 0. So how many do we have all together? 1, 2, 3, 4. So what happens when you add 0 to a number? Nothing. It doesn't change. The 4 is here, and the 4 is here. All right, boys and girls, go ahead and clear your book off with your counters, and we're going to go to the next page. So your next page should look like this. It has a couple of domino pieces on it. And the question says, what happens when 0 is added to a number? So let's take a look here. Just like on that last page we did, I have 5, and these should look similar to that dice we made. 5 plus, there's nothing over here. That's why it's 0.
Teacher, I didn't do a page that you just did.
That's okay, Kieran. Can you follow along just where we're at right now?
Yeah.
Thank you. So if I draw on the screen, I want you to be drawing on the screen too, okay? Or drawing on your, not your screen, your book. So, I have 5 plus nothing. So how many do I have altogether? I still have 5. This next problem right here shows the same thing. They just started with 0. So I look here, I see 0 plus 1, 2, 3. So if I start with 0 and then I add 3, my total or sum is 3. All right, we're going to go to the next problem right here. And it says, use the picture to write each part. So we're going to start here, and I'm going to write the number 1 plus, I need to add what's over here, but I don't see anything, so it's 0. 1 plus 0, or nothing, is still 1. Now we're going to number 2. What am I starting with? 0. So I have 0 plus 1, 2. And if I start with 0 and then I add 2, all together I have 2. I'm going to call on a student to tell me how to write out problem number 3. So if I call on you, please unmute and then tell me the equation. Aaron. Okay, and what's next?
4.
Good job. 0 plus 4. Make sure you read the plus and the equal sign while you read the equation. 0 plus 4. Keep going.
Is 4.
Good job. Equals 4. Excellent job. Alakai, can I have you unmute and do the next one? So count.
6
plus
0
good job equals
6.
nice job. Awesome work. We're going to go to the next page. Ooh, we get to draw circles this time. Okay, so I'm going to model a couple of them, and then I want you guys to do some on your own. Draw circles. So right here I'm reading this. Draw circles to show the number. Write the sum. So I'm looking here and it says 2 plus 0. 1, 2. 2 plus 0 equals 1, 2, 2. 0 plus 1. So we draw one circle. How many circles altogether? 1. Okay, this is where it gets a little tricky because we need to look at both numbers. 4 plus 6 equals 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I need to count all of the circles to figure out the total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 4 plus 6 equals 10. 8, 9, and 10 I would like you to do on your own right now, and then I'm going to call on some students to solve. All right, Zayden, first one.
Which one?
Number 8, right here. I'll circle it. Number 8.
0 plus 5 equals 5.
Great job. So make sure you draw your circles. 3,
I did.
4, 5. Awesome job, Zayden. Okay, Liam. Number 9.
It's 7.
Awesome job. Can you read the whole equation?
3 plus 4 equals 7.
Good job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's see. Kieran, will you please do number 10 right here?
I already did number 10.
Can you read me the equation? Repeat after me. 0 plus 6
0 plus 6
equals?
equals what?
And what would it equal?
I don't know.
So if I start with 0 and then I add 6 to it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many do I have all together?
6.
Great job, my friend. 6. All right.
Math on the spot. I love that.
We are going to watch a math on the spot. Excellent. All right, so I'm going to share my...
Hello, Professor Berger. Hi, Dee. I was wondering, what is today's math exercise about?
Well, it's all about 0. You know, so Maya has a bunch of books.
Ooh, I love books.
Eli has no books.
Oh, no books? Poor Eli. What happened to all of his books?
No, but in this math riddle, in fact, Eli is going to get books.
Oh,
It's going to be all good.
all right. Go on.
Okay.
I will be... Okay,
Are you going to be all right?
I think so.
I need your help.
All right,
Okay,
let's do this.
great. Okay, so Maya has 6 books. Eli has no books.
Oh!
No, but what is this? But then Maya gives 6 books to Eli.
Oh!
I thought you'd like that part. And here's the challenge. How many books does Maya have now?
Let's find out.
Okay.
Let's find out.
Absolutely. And so here's how one way we can think about it. We can model it actually by actually making a little teeny box like this, and we can have Maya represented
This
here,
is funny.
and then Eli represented here. And so we start off. We know
This is
that
funny,
Maya has
teacher.
6
Mm-hmm.
books. I'm going to represent them just with these little counters, and there's 6 of them.
I love counters.
I know, aren't they great? And so what we can see here actually is we have 6 counters here, and since there's nothing here, that's 0.
Mm.
Okay.
Poor Eli.
But wait till the fun starts. So how can we think about this? So all together, what can we say? If I take 6 and add 0, what am I left with?
6?
That's exactly right. So we just discovered that 6 plus 0 equals
6!
exactly.
Ah!
Okay, now, let's see what happens next. What happens next, so what we saw next, is that, in fact, Maya gives all of her books to Eli.
She's so
Isn't
generous.
she sweet? She's great. Now, how many books does Maya have?
Well, she gave them all to Eli.
Right, so,
So Maya has no books.
which is what number?
0.
Exactly. So she has 0 books, and now Eli has all 6. And so now we see another cool thing. We can see that 0 plus 6, so Maya has 0 books, Eli has 6 books. So when I take 0 and add 6, what do I see?
You get 6.
You get 6 again. So no matter how you slice it, 6 plus 0 or 0 plus 6, we get 6.
6.
And so the question is, how many books does Maya have? Well, now we see the answer. We see that the answer is that since she gave all her books to Eli, she has 0 books.
Okay, so we have a question here. If there's ever a problem, boys and girls, that we skip, it's because we have very limited time to get through all of the pages. So those can be extra problems for you to work on at home. We're going to go to the same problem just like they talked about here, number 12. This time it says Maya has 7 books. Eli has no books. Then Maya gives 7 books to Eli. How many books does Maya have? Let's put it right here. So here's Maya. Here's Eli. Can you guys do this in your book with me? Maya has 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. Eli has no books. So when we see the word no, that means he doesn't have any. So he has 0. Then Maya gives her 7 books to Eli. So now Maya gets rid of all of her books and gives them to Eli. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now it wants to know, how many books does Maya have? Sophia, can you unmute and help us? How many does she have now if she gave 7 to Eli?
0.
She has 0 books because she gave all of her books to Eli. Hi parents, as you can see, my brain was doing more than my pencil was, and I wrote a 7 when I meant to write a 0. So, just so you know, the student got it right by putting a 0, but apparently I was way ahead of my brain and I wrote a 7. So, question 12, we know is 0 books. Whoopsies. So, all together we're going to have 0. So, how many do I start with? 0. So Maya has her 0 books. And then what do we add to 0 so that our answer is 0? 0 plus something equals 0. I'm looking at the raised hand buttons to see who is participating. I have 0 books. Xander, will you unmute?
If you had 0 books, then Miss Cheatham would have 7 books. 0 plus 0 is 0.
0 plus 0 is 0? Does that make sense?
Yes?
It does make sense, yeah. So, Xander, I'm going to use you in my problem now. Xander has 0 cookies. Miss Prince gives Xander 0 cookies. How many cookies does Xander have? He starts out with 0. Miss Prince gives him 0. So he still has 0.
Yeah.
0 plus 0 is 0. That's a lot of zeros. Okay, so we did not quite get to this page, so this is what I want from you guys, okay? I want you guys to look at the screen here. If you have time to work on this page with your family today, that would be amazing. This is page 40. There's a picture of a dog and a birdhouse and a book. Your homework that you're actually going to be turning in today is page 41 and page 42. So I want you guys to look at how many problems there are. This one's easy peasy. Draw circles to show the number. We did those together. And then if we look here, use pictures and numbers, easy peasy. Then we look at page 42. Draw your counters to show. And this looks just like the model that we were doing on Tuesday. Do you guys remember how we did these? That's called review. That means we've already done it, but it's extra practice. So, you guys have page 42 and 41 for homework. Jose, please mute. Jose, please mute. So, page 41 right here, and 42. When you are done with those, you'll rip them out, and you will turn those into the school. So you also have homework from before on Tuesday that you will need to turn in, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. So, right here, 35 is what you were supposed to have done, and 36. So you guys have 4 pages that you're turning in.